and they'll need him at his very best here this afternoon.
So the second of 3 right here on Super Saturday. The Gold Coast Titans will get to use it first. Lucky Fanawaka brings it out here to be stopped. The tackle 15 out from his own line. Joe Fafita on the right wing again. He came with a rush last week to force that Golden Point shootout. Resulting in Jamal Fogarty winning it for Canberra in the final few seconds of the game. Both Thermal playing it here. Chris Randall still keeping Sam Verrills on the bench in the dummy half role for Des Hasler. Won't see if the Liu play the ball. Isaac Liu in the starting side with a reshuffle once again. David Fafita to come off the bench for the Titans against the Seagulls. Tanner Boyd is back wearing the number 20 jersey. Partner for and in the halves. Here is Tom Trbojevic to bring it back out. They'll drive him back towards his own 10. He was pressured relentlessly against the Bulldogs earlier this season with his kicking game. Tanner Boyd will see if Manly can take a leaf out of the Bulldogs playbook and put some pressure on him with his kicking here tonight.
Yeah, a couple of real big returns for the Manly Seagulls. We saw one there. Matt Lodge take his first hit up after that ACL, round 23 last year. Saab also, and Garrick into the team.
Pretty quick return for Matt Lodge, given we know about ACL injuries and how long they can be. They reserve great games for him as a warm-up. They've thrown him straight back into first grade, and the players missing, Josh Aloye in particular, and Toff Sipley, some strength in the front row, and Lodge is back, and there he is to make a tackle on Lofty Khan Pereira. As they work it away through Brian Kelly, an offload here for Brimson. The Titans a bit of an adventure at their own end. Let's go downstairs to Nico Paharulia.
Good evening, Warren, Corey, and all our viewers at home. Yeah, the first thing I noticed, guys, when I got here was how good the pitch looked. But the Jets and Seagulls have just played a Queensland Cup match out here, so the surface came apart just a little bit, and it's been drizzling ever so slightly a little bit since then. So possession and ball control going to be so important today, guys. Des Hasler challenging his team midweek. The Titans haven't won the possession battle yet this season. We'll see if his team can buck that trend.
Anthony Seabold, pensive thoughts. First couple of sets of 6 here. Kick to go down to Tommy Talau, who will bring it back, and the Tiger, former Tiger at least, will play it there just outside the Manly 10.
Yeah, there's a real energy of what we're seeing here from the Titans. They would have got a lot of confidence out of last week, particularly the way they came back into that game. And it was really important that they start with high energy. They're running the ball nice and hard, defensively going after the Manly Seagulls at the moment.
Jason Saab returns from the hamstring strain. Carry there is Ruben Garrick, who was also back from a concussion suffered in round 5 as go from dummy half through Croker. Cherry Evans from inside the 40 wants a bounce. It sits up on a point. A nice friendly bounce there for AJ Brimson, who knew he had to get on his bike.
Well, he's shown his cards early, Daly Cherry Evans. So good at all parts of the game, but one of the best things he does have in his arsenal is his kicking game. Short kicking game, but more importantly, the long. Oh, that's some strong contact over the top from Trbojevic on Khan Pereira.
Broken underneath, and then Jake Trbojevic finishing him off over the top. Jamin Jolliffe, try scorer against Canberra last week. Boyd going to the line. Des Hasler in our pre-game show spoke about his running game and needing to be on the front foot. Tanner Boyd here tonight against the Seagulls as Tom Trbojevic makes the catch and will bring it out here to play it just outside the Manly 20. So both teams getting through their opening sets without incident. Des looking harried. I guess when you're 0-5, you're entitled to look a little bit flustered.
He looks a little agitated, Desi, as they get a yardage penalty coming out of their own end, the Manly Seagulls. Cleese Haas inside the 10. And you would think by the end of this set, they'll have their first real opportunity in this match, the Manly Seagulls. So potent down the left-hand side to start this season. Best team in the competition.
Outstanding there last week against the Warriors early on, building a 16-point lead before eventually being forced into Golden Point. So Lodge to play it 30 out from the Gold Coast line. Here's Brooks taking it to the line. Paseka working in between them on that left edge. Very wide, the front rower there. Such a handful. Now Trbojevic, Cherry Evans, Olakau'atu. Tom Trbojevic, he shows it. They go left, swing it back to the right, and Turbo has first points.
This time it's down the right-hand side. Beau Fermore's got a fair bit to say to the referee. We'll have a look at this to see if he was impeded. It looked way too easy. Paseka, nice play of the ball. Wide pass out of dummy half. Comes to Olakau'atu. Well, that was a defensive read there from Brian Kelly.
You mentioned this situation here where Beau Fermore coming across. He was hindered to an extent, and given what we've seen in recent times, I guess it could go either way. Let's wait and see what the bunker does as far as a confirmation here. You see the hands go in the air. Kieran Foran, Beau Fermore as well, saying, "Sir, we didn't get a fair crack at that," and Fermore wasn't that far from Trbojevic. Watch it again. Running the decoy is Ruben Garrick, and then he bumps into Fermore. I don't know that Fermore would get there, but...
Well, I've got that okay, because Brian Kelly initiates contact with the Manly Seagulls player, which then puts him off his line into Beau Fermore. There we go, try confirm. And straight away, Tommy Trbojevic absolutely loves scoring tries against the Titans, and straight away opens the account. Their first opportunity, 91 tries already in his career. Hasn't he joined some illustrious company there?
Now Ruben Garrick with the kicking duties to begin the game here, and his return from, as we mentioned, the concussion which kept him out of the loss, or rather the draw last week against the Warriors. But here early on, they lead the Titans 6 points to nil. Watch it again as Jake links with Cherry Evans. It was a nice little sweep play out the back by Turbo, who does it as well as anybody.
Way too easy out on that right-hand side. It was a poor defensive read from Brian Kelly to come in. And Tom Trbojevic, nice play from Olakau'atu, is seen so close to the line, so destructive. Little sleight of hand there.
The club he coached plenty of games and played for Des Haslet. The side trails 6 points to nil, 558 games in total as either a player or a coach at the Seagulls. Unbelievable tally. He'd give anything for a win here today. Was oh so close last week against the Raiders. Cherry Evans goes wide. Here's a shift. Saab up against Khan Pereira. Two real speedsters there. There's a massive differential in size, but boy, they can both really run. You'd love to see them go head-to-head over 100 metres. What about Manly playing plenty of football? Liddell, a kick.
Oh, look at this.
Bounce to Tolu Kola. Trbojevic held up only just by Jojo Fafita. They shift it right. They swing it back left. Asking lots of questions of the Titans early on. Lodge here on the inside ball, takes it down within 10 of the Gold Coast line. Quickies play the ball. Croker to Cherry Evans. Brooks at the line. Saab, he plants it down. Manly, boy, they are the entertainers despite the drizzle here on the Gold Coast. What rugby league they're playing.
Yeah, scintillating form, isn't it, from the Manly Seagulls? Unbelievable shape down this right-hand side. Straight after points, they give it to Saab. What a foot race that would be. Saab and Khan Pereira. Injected back into the side after the hamstring injury. And you're spot on, Wise. They go right across the other side before coming back to this right-hand side. They've identified that they might be able to be exposed, and they've done that. 2 tries in the space of a couple of minutes. This time, Brooks just swings around to the right-hand side, comes up with a beautiful pass to Saab in the corner. Then all of a sudden, 10-0, kick the cup.
Well, began with that spread inside their own 20. Took a chance, and Saab was eventually cut down by Khan Pereira. But when they came back to him from inside the red zone, well, there was no stopping the giant winger.
Well, when you've got such class and such confidence in players, the Manly Seagulls, if they see an opportunity, they're not afraid to play to the space. That's exactly what they did. You see the rain coming down here.
Garrick from the sideline. It's a pretty good kick. It looks terrific. Hits the upright and stays out. Seagulls lead the Titans, Nico, 10 points to 0.
A nice finish there from Jason Saab. Warren, of course, back from his heroics in Las Vegas when he put the world on notice to the greatest game of all at Allegiant Stadium. He has been out with that troublesome hamstring, but he actually scored 9 tries in his past 5 games, dating back to his strong finish last season. A tremendous weapon on that edge for Manly, and great to see a reference to UFC champion Alex Pereira with that celebration just there.
Well, given the way they've begun the game, we might get plenty of practice at all the celebrations. 10 points to 0. We've had just on 10 minutes of action. That's not good news for the Titans, who've only averaged 12 points per game with the ball in their hands.
Their first opening 2 sets defensively, the Titans are very good. This is important that they get through this one.
See what Manly come up with here. Good run by Paseka through the middle to begin with. As Croker kicks from inside the 40, really mixing things up they are with the kicking game. Spreads from inside their own ends. And so adventurous with the ball is Brimson, being rounded up eventually there by Cherry Evans and also Lachlan Croker.
In such control at the moment, the Manly Seagulls. The Titans still trying to get back on side. That's play 2. Beautiful kick from Croker. You mentioned it was 2 plays early. Really dialed in here this afternoon, the Manly Seagulls.
Completion rates, certainly pleased Anthony Seibold last week. They were 15 from 15 at one stage of the game and completed at just on 90% for the, turned out to be 90 minutes against the Warriors. Last play here for the Gold Coast as Boyd to kick from inside his 40, lofts one down to Turbo Tom Trebojevic. To Loud back there with him. He'll take it himself and bring it back towards the 30. Rapid fire opening to this one on the Gold Coast. Broncos and the Raiders to follow the third of 3 games right here on Super Saturday as Brooks from dummy half. Tolu Kola. Speed to burn on both sides of the field, don't they, the Seagulls? Saabs return on the right, Kola on the left as well.
You just notice there, the Manly Seagulls just shifting the ball ever so slightly in the middle third of the field. As now Brooks has a look down that short side. Just moving those middle players for the Titans. Just get the bodies moving, find some space, get a quick play of the ball, play off the back of it.
No real pressure there on Brimson, despite looking up into the raindrops and the lights taking full effect here. The early evening on the Gold Coast as he plays it inside his own 20. Shift here. Khan Pereira out to Brian Kelly. Relief out of the Manly playbook here early on. Now Khan Pereira off the back of that pitches 10 metres and they've got themselves out of trouble. Tafita from the right wing fends away from Lodge. Good carry there. Outside backs doing great work for the Titans in this set of 6 as Randall.
There's 6 again. 6 again. There was a wonderful play. Nice quick play of the ball from Kelly. Doubled up his work.
Now Boyd, there is Fodawaker, runs towards the solid shoulders of Olakawatu. The ball came free, but helped out by the Seagulls.
Strip to the tackle. That's the ruling.
Olakawatu saying he didn't strip it. He has the option of convincing Daly Cherry Evans to challenge it. But
it's an ordinary play if he did strip it. There was 3 in the tackle. Didn't see any stripping motion from that angle. Their first real opportunity. What can the Titans come up with?
There's Liu. Forward roll to begin the game. Fafita watching on the sideline. Again, it's forward there to Boyd. Underneath was Corey Waddell. So they've used up 3 plays. They're inside the Manly 10. Randall for Foran. Short ball here for Liu. Good one-on-one stop made by Croker. Randall looks to his left-hand side. Foran is there, goes over the top. He was so classy last week, Kieran Foran, and he provides a rainbow ball here for Lothiana. Khan Pereira to put the first points on the board for the Titans.
Yeah, really nice signs there from Kieran Foran and the Titans. Their first time that were down in good ball. Poor defence on the right-hand side. Saab didn't need to do what he did. Didn't need to come out. Could have stayed in the line. A wonderful pass from Foran over the top to Khan Pereira, who's done that many a time before. In the greasy conditions here at Seabus, Garrick unable to keep his footing.
Let's watch it again as Foran really mixed things up last week. He played short, he went over the top. This time the old Harbour Bridge pass to Khan Pereira. And everybody jamming in, and space for the Speedster to score his 24th try in the NRL in just game number 28.
That's not fair.
Grabs them in doubles as well. Perhaps the first of several here this evening. His coach will certainly be hoping so. Tanner Boyd with the kicking duties for the Gold Coast to begin this game. The drizzle continues on. Not much more than that at the moment. Certainly hasn't hindered the teams with their handling. Manly playing extremely dry weather, daylight football. The Gold Coast said, well, if that's how you're going to approach it, we might do the same thing. It worked out pretty well. Chance for Tanner Boyd. He still belongs here in the halves of the Gold Coast. Bends it back, flags up. It's only for the difference. The Seagulls lead, cut to 10 points to 6.
A nice finish from Lofty Khan Pereira. It is quite remarkable, the rise of this young man, and he's playing with such confidence. Don't forget, it was he who scored right on full time in Canberra last week to send the game into Golden Point. And just to underline that stat, gentlemen, 24 tries rather from 28 games in his young career. An incredible strike rate of 86% for Lofty Khan Pereira.
He grabbed a double in those last 10 minutes to force it into Golden Point quite remarkably. And the Raiders blew a 10-point lead with only 4 or so minutes on the clock. It's Kelly playing it off the boot here. Certainly got a small but vocal crowd under their feet, and some noise here to try and get this Gold Coast team fired up. Isaac Liu playing for Randall. Back to Foran on this left-hand side. Though Furmore still working up to his best form off the back of the ACL injury, which cost him all of the 2023 season. Bremson.
Aaron Woods into the mix now for Anthony Seibold in his second game. Matt Lodge is now Randall out of dummy half.
It's a really change in the middle of the field. Just 16 minutes gone. We'll wait and see any news there as far as the middle third rotation is concerned. Boyd's kick. Pressure here on Tommy Talau, makes the catch. The feeder was there. Jojo, that is. And we begin inside their 20. Goal. Up here, nothing doing there. Fodawaker up very quickly with Isaac Liu riding shotgun. Brooks, now a shift again. Cherry Evans. Fassab holds off Foran, was just about away. Furmore did well. Furmore needed some help. And there's Woods, who's out there for Matt Lodge for a 16-minute stint. We'll wait and see how long it is before he's back out there. Matt Lodge, and his return from the ACL injury. Kohler takes it a long way here, wrapped up by Smith Shields. They're back in Titans territory. Brooks off the left boot, puts it in the air for Brimson to camp himself underneath it again. A little pressure from the Seagulls, and the Titans have it just outside their 20.
Yeah, perfect start by both sides, both completing at 100%. 8 from 8 for each team is now Khan Pereira put under enormous amounts of pressure defensively.
Garrick up in his face. Been in a hurry, decided to jam and got there. Both teams yet to make an error in this opening 18 minutes almost now. Furmore playing it. So Liu. There's Boyd away to Brimson. To Kohler. Coming in very quickly. Reps up the live wire fullback. They're 10 short of the halfway line. Boyd from outside the 40. Try and find the space. Saab was there, floating across two-man team at the back for the Seagulls. He's taken down pretty heavily here as Cherry Evans waits at dummy half. 3 tries already. The opening quarter of this game. There's Woods tipping it on. Yarrick is there. Looking for a carry.
Just keeping an eye on Jason Saab, who was bent over in back plate. Just making his way back to the wing now.
Brooks under pressure there from Boyd, who came out of the line quickly to wrap him up, ball and all. Play number 5 in this set as Woods just makes the meters available. Goes across the halfway line as Croker looks for Cherry Evans. He was chipped towards the corner. It might be too big. In fact, it was quite comfortably too big. Khan Pereira heads up piece of play, gives the Titans 7 tackles from their 20.
Yeah, very seldom you see DCE put up with a kick like that. He won't be happy with that one as now the Titans. In a real holding pattern here at the moment after a hot start. You've only just joined us. Manly Seagulls going back-to-back with tries.
Now still winless for Des Hasler with Michael Monaghan, Seagull also there. Watching on from the coach's box. The form has improved, the Titans. No question about that, of course. They almost stuck away with a win last week in Golden Point. Here's Foran. Kelly straight through. Runs to Travojevic. He's got another one. Khan Pereira opens with a double here inside the first 20 minutes. Terrific hole run by Brian Kelly. And the Titans are back level with Manly.
Well, put it down to the old stage up. Kieran Foran won a competition with the Manly Seagulls. Up against his old club, is absolutely toying with him down the short side. Beautiful hole run from Kelly. He was superb last week. Started the game beautifully. Shows it inside. Garrick just turns his shoulders in. Kelly through the gap. Draw and pass on the fullback. He only said it, Warren. Khan Pereira scores them in doubles and trebles. And back-to-back tries for the Gold Coast Titans.
Last week when he grabbed the double in the last 10 minutes against the Raiders, it was the 7th time in his short career he'd grabbed 2 tries in the one game. You can make it 8 now with the double he's grabbed here already against the Seagulls. And talking about he might be set for a tally tonight. Well, I'll emphasise that point off the back. What he's done just there, looming up in support of Kelly. It was such beautiful work from Kieran Foran again. Little show back on the inside. And held up the defence and then turning to put Kelly through a hole, and then Khan Pereira doing the rest. Well, hit back and hit back well. I got the impression they needed to. Of course, Manly last week against the Warriors led 16 points to 0. Couldn't get the job done. Tonight, it was 10-0 after 10 minutes. Here is Tanner Boyd looking to put the Gold Coast in front. 5 in from touch. He splits the uprights. Yes, that scoreline is correct. The Gold Coast 12, Manly 10 here at Seabus Super Stadium.
There's no two ways about it. They've identified the right-hand side of the Manly Seagulls, who coming into this game were 14th in the competition at conceding tries. And it's an area I'm sure Anthony Seibold would want to try and address at half-time, but that man there, what a start to this game he has had.
33 years young, and as we said, over the course of 2 separate stints and 9 seasons in total, almost 200 games as a Seagull. He's tormenting them here at the moment, wearing a sky blue Titans jersey. 2nd season with the Gold Coast. No word as yet as to what Kieran Foran plans for 2025. And the evidence of tonight, got a lot more football in him, despite all the injuries he suffered over the course of the career. And the Titans here, just inside their 30, playing through Randall. Joel to Boyd. Cleese Haas out there on that right-hand side, despite wearing the 13 jumper in this reshuffled forward pack. Jolliffe runs into Woods and also Croker. And done well off the back of points. They'll work it down to the halfway line where Boyd goes deep. Once again, his general play kicking has been very good. He was absolutely terrorised. Viliami Kikau on that loss to the Bulldogs just on a month ago now, as David Fifita has the interchange card in hand. See where he lines up, given the form of Kieran Foran is in. You'd imagine spot on the left-hand side would be handy, but Foran plays on the inside there of Kieran Foran, so we'll wait and see where Fifita lines up tonight. Croker across the Brooks. They're back almost at the halfway line. Waddell wrapping to the open side as Manly just threw a set of 6, fairly conservative one after the expansive football they played in the opening sets. Going away from that style for the moment, given the 2 straight tries. Oh boy, coming through Tommy Talau on his opposite number. Jojo Fifita got a real shot there. Here's a ball put down. Chance for Paseka. Manly have it inside the 10.
Numbers left.
Croker goes to Aaron Woods. Not a noted try scorer. Liked his chances right there from close range against the disorganised defensive line. But Jake Cherry Evans showing it against his old mate in Kieran Foran. Foran not falling for a dummy on several occasions right there. Paseka again. Still 5 metres out. Set of 6 restarted here. Croker to Brooks. Looks in, goes out. Good tackle by Smith-Shields, who made the error that has them under pressure. Liddell wrapping. Brooks links with him. A set restart again. Titans offside on their own line. And Croker, it comes back to Brooks. Jake Trbojevic, it was working towards the uprights. Fifita trying to slow down the play the ball. Croker, Cherry Evans. Here's Olakau'atu stepping through some feeble attempts. Can he get the ball down? Yes, he did. Fotuaika working out to the left-hand side, missed him pretty cold, and Olakau'atu was too much of a handful for the Titans on their own line.
So destructive with ball in hand. Only a matter of moments ago was able to put a slight hand on the ball, play out the back. This time they go under. Repeat sets there, back-to-back defensive efforts. See Mo Fotuaika just over chases in the slippery, greasy conditions here at Seabass. He's in terrific form at the moment, Olakau'atu. 5 Titans players trying to bring the big man down. Has such a presence out on that right-hand side. They did a terrific job last week, the Titans. They were camped down on their own goal line for set after set, and they're able to repel the Raiders. I would have got a lot of confidence out of that. Unable to hold that man there. Just having a look at this to see if he gets it down. Oh, it looks like that looks all okay.
The ball does come away from his hand at one point, and the ball was wedged between the forearm of Olakau'atu and also David Fifita.
You're not happy with that one?
No, I think I'm okay, but it wasn't as clean cut, and you heard the reaction of the Gold Coast fans when they saw that angle the first time during that run of replays there. The Harvey Norman replay, and Garrick from just beside the posts try and push them out to a 4-point lead once again. I don't know the ball ever came away from his arm completely there. That's why the bunker has confirmed the try. Manly leads 16 points to 12, 14 out from half-time. Just watch this angle again. He can play bunker at home. Took him a little while to get there. It's all okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, the repeat sets really killed the Gold Coast there. Just kept turning, giving Manly more tackles on top of their own line, and eventually they'll find a big body to crash through like that. It's been spoken about. As far as origin chances are concerned, Olakau'atu, boy, could do a lot worse than him, that's for sure. juggle here, put down by Garrick. Oh, play on is the call.
No, he's put it down. He's put it down.
There seemed to be a delay in the call.
They're going to challenge.
Well, they are going to challenge.
Hey, Jerry, we have a captain's challenge. Manly are challenging the decision of a knock-on.
Well, Reuben Garrick, very staunch that he's knocked this one back. It's been a perfect game up into that last try at the error coming out of their own end. Does Garrick make it blue here? Oh, boy.
The ball touches Reuben Garrick's hand and travels forward into his leg before it then contacts the ground. It is a knock-on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Reuben Garrick isn't happy. Before we had video replays for decisions like that, that was a knock-on from 1908, perhaps all the way through the late 90s.
They've got away with a few. Go back to Brookvale Oval a number of weeks ago. Maybe they tried their hand. Thought, see how we go.
Well, let's put them under pressure. The end result is they're without their captain's challenge, their first mistake of the game, as it turns out, for the Sea Eagles. Here is Boyd and Manly jumping the gun. They'll get the chance for a tap or a scrum, should they want to, again, from right in front of the uprights. And the Titans say, we'll have a scrum once again.
Here you get the opportunity, whether you want to tap it or put the scrum, as you mentioned. It's a real chance where you can go one-on-one here. Brimson needs ball in hand. He's their most dynamic runner.
Randall off the back of the scrum. Goes from Boyd to Brimson, good hands here. Jojo Fafita stepping back against the grain, denied only just. Croker got there, stopping from planting it down. From Boyd to Foran. Here's Haas. Comes towards Aaron Woods. Looking for a quick play, the ball. Woods tries to slow things down without giving away a repeat set. Fonawaker stopped there by Jake Travojevic. Midway through the set, Randall. Short ball here for Haas, hands it back to the dummy half. Foran comes out to Fafita, fends away from Cherry Evans, pops it back to Foran. That's dangerous for Manly, given his touches so far at this end of the field. Wrap him up this time.
From Garrick, double effort.
Fonawaker once again. That daylight between Croker and also Woods. One more for the Titans. Brimson rubbering well, and also doing well was Tom Travojevic, who shielded Kelly off the ball legally, in the opinion of the referee.
Just have a look in the replay box. Well, that's okay from what Tom's doing.
Headed towards the ball. Brian Kelly wasn't all that happy. Former Sea Eagle himself.
A couple of big defensive plays there from Reuben Garrick. The first one was able to put pressure on Fafita and then double it up. They really need to offer David Fafita a little bit more than just passing the ball. There's now an error.
Jerry Evans turns it over, and the whistle. Fafita had Khan Pereira there in support, but Liam Kennedy, the referee, says there's a knock on both ways from Cherry Evans into Foran. Held the ball forward here, just with that touch there. Off the back of their first error, Manly turned it over once again pretty quickly. Aaron Clark, he can really get them going at times through the middle of the field. Not the tallest forward you've ever seen, but there's plenty of leg speed. And he's about to come into the game. Stairs Hasler makes another change. Fermor switch from the left to the right to accommodate David Fafita. They'll play it here 10 short of the halfway line from Randall. Goes back to Jolliffe. Runs to Ethan Bullymore, who was quite the sight last week, wasn't he, against the Warriors? Had that nasty gash above the right eye. Badly broken nose as well. There's claret everywhere. Fafita here. Get back to his feet. Randall goes to Foran. Now Boyd showing it, running to Brooks. solidly built halves right there coming together. From Randall through Jolliffe. Here is Clark.
Nice
Knows
run.
one way only. Woods there with a chance to maybe rip at the ball, but Clark had it securely in his arm, and now Foran out the back. Brimson takes it to the line, pops it out the back for Kelly. Play on here, still the last. Kelly kicks well. Trbojevic in trouble, brings it back to the field of play.
Great passage of play there from both sides. Firstly, the Titans, as now they look to go after. It's a wonderful hit.
Ball put down by Jason Saab. The Gold Coast Titans want to congratulate each other. There's a little flare up here between Saab and some of the men in blue.
He's been a real barometer over the last couple of weeks. Brian Kelly, last week was sensational. This time here we see the replay. Kelly able to pick the ball up and thread the needle with a kick. Tommy does an excellent job. Firstly, to just wrong foot Carl Pereira, and then to dive on the in goal. Just have a look at Brian Kelly here. Fly out of the line, right under the ball, greasy conditions, and absolutely loves it. These are signs we haven't seen with the Titans.
Kelly wanted to go on with things and give Saab a bit of a verbal as well. The teammates of Saab resented that. Back in action. Here is Brimson. Good tackle there by Kohler. On the wrong shoulder. It's an effective stop all the same. From Fafita. Goes through Boyd and Clark. Now Haas runs towards Matt Lodge, who's back out there for a second stint inside this first half. Set restart for the Gold Coast. Clark again. Charging hard, only a metre out. Trademark carry by the bench forward. Foran here. Long pass, short ball there to Jamin Jolliffe. Working off Foran once again, as he did last week. From Randall. Stopped there by Lodge.
Fafita.
And dummy half. A little crack himself and beats everybody. You knew it was coming. There he was at dummy half. You preempted it, Corey. When he went in there to pick it up off the play the ball, you knew he was going to have a crack.
Well, I was just thinking to myself, there has to be an opportunity for David Fafita, that close to the line, repeat sets for the Manly Seagulls, and the alarm bells have to be going off. When David Fafita goes into dummy half, he is not looking to pass. Goes into dummy half, it's a slow play the ball. Matt Lodge has just come back onto the field, bumps off him, through Bully Moore, and scores beside the post. I don't think there's a back rower in the game at the moment that, when they want to switch it on the way he does, can come up with a try like that. We've seen it so often. We've seen it 10 out, 3 out, 40 metres out. When David Fafita goes into dummy half, he is not passing the ball. He's an incredible ball runner.
He's always had that ability. The time he was a schoolboy, starring on our television screens. And then, of course, the Broncos and then the Titans on a big money deal. The deadline is looming for David Fafita. He has until round 10 to tell the Titans what he's doing. He has an option in his favour. He could take 2 more seasons through 25 and 26 should he want to stay a Titan, take up that option, or he can become a free agent at round 10. But he say to them, I'm going to look around and see what I can do, but I don't know he's going to get a better deal than what he's currently on money-wise. As Boyd converts, the Titans back in front. Well, they were desperate to keep him, given what he's just shown us again there.
Yeah, what an effort there from David Fafita. Warren, he's now scored in 5 straight games against Manly. Kevin Gordon, the only other Titan to have a longer scoring streak against Manly. He scored in 6 straight games when he was in the NRL. David Fafita well on his way. And guys, don't forget, Big Time Boxing returns to main event on Wednesday night. Nikita Zoo defending his title at 154 pounds for the first time against the hard-hitting Italian Danilo Criati. Order now at mainevent.com.au.
Yes, looking forward to that one, Nico. Interesting matchup. Criati, a very evasive type, great defensive boxer against Nikita Zoo, who likes him to step up and trade blows with him. See that next Wednesday night. Lodge Jolliffe just outside the 10. Gold Coast in a rollicking. Opening half here. Manly jumping out to a 10-0 lead. Titans hitting back. Manly regained the lead. Gold Coast have it again. Wouldn't he love to break his duck for this new season, Des Hasler, and break a 12-game streak, which goes all the way back to his last 7 games in charge of the Seagulls at the end of the 2022 season. All unravelled there. He's still taking legal action against the Seagulls club for that dismissal and the way it played out. And money's owed. Difference of opinion right there between the two parties. He'd love to open his account and break this 12-game losing streak, including the 5 currently with the Titans against the Seagulls here tonight. Saab. His return from the hamstring strain suffered in Las Vegas. Good contact there. Matt Lodge going nowhere. Josiah Pahulu up very quickly. Brooks at the back. Don Travojevic. Here's Tolu Kola. Runs towards Smith Shields and also Boyd. Supplies a quick play of the ball. Croker finds Waddell. Bullymore was pushing up. They'll hang on to it though, Waddell. They're inside the 30. Cherry Evans on the last. The kick out towards Saab. A little bit too deep. Oh, he almost got a foot there. In fact, he did. Again, second time Carl Pereira has given them 7 tackles from his own 20.
Well, that's great work from Carl Pereira just to get his foot on the line. There's some fatigue in the middle. Matt Lodge still trying to get back on side. We see in the replay box. This is a big 4 minutes coming up. Titans coming home here in the back end of this half. The crowd right amongst it.
It's Randall who finds 4. Best pieces of play on this left-hand side. Carl Pereira has a double as a result. Just outside the 20 here. Garrett dragged out of the tackle by Olakau'atu. 4 stopping, showing it. A chance for Boyd. Oh, jamming in on Smith Shield. Good work by Tommy Talau.
He's got the radar dialed in, Talau.
Here he is again, trying to track down Aaron Clark. Forces him sideways. That's unusual. Don't see that too many times. A straight runner is Clark. The last one here is Pahulu plays it forward off the outside of the boot. Kicks it back towards Travojevic, but Brimson is there, flying through the air. A.J. Brimson scores another try for the Titans. They extend the lead, and it's the Kieran Foran show.
It's been an incredible first half. Picked up where they left off last week. Kieran Foran, a set play. You see A.J. Brimson just at the top of screen. The banana kick down the short side, back on the inside for A.J. Brimson, who was back into the fullback role. No Sami this afternoon. Campbell ruled out with that PCL, puts A.J. Brimson back in, and he is a live wire. Travojevic didn't even leave the ground to go up for the ball. And 2.5 minutes remain in this game. They score a try right on the stroke at half-time to extend their lead.
This is a wild first half on Super Saturday. The Titans down 10 points to 0, looking like they were lambs to the slaughter in the face of that attacking onslaught from Manly to begin with.
Yeah.
They came out and scored 10 points in 10 minutes. They were using the ball from their own end. They've gotten conservative with the ball, and the Titans were picked up from where Manly left off. And now here they are with Boyd to try and push it out to an 8-point lead.
Sometimes in rugby league, particularly from a Manly's perspective, you jump out to a 10-point lead against a side that hasn't won a game this year, and you can fall into the complacency role. And the Titans have done everything they could possibly do, completed 18 from 19 at 95%. The kicking game from Tanner Boyd has been spot on. A couple of 7-tackle sets from DCE has got them down the other end. And they're desperate. They've got players that are desperate. Brian Kelly's trying his best. A.J. Brimson, Foran turning on a clinic against his old club. I'm sure Anthony Seibold would love to get the Manly Seagulls at half-time and really give them a rev up.
That was a great shot on the Harvey Norman replay there, Corey. Jay Brimson just eating it up, stirring the pot. There's a minute 47 left here. And here they go for Feeder down this left-hand side. Kelly really mixing things up himself. They play it beyond the 20 already. Hulu now, strong carry, runs into the shoulder there of Jake Travojevic. Bullymore and Lodge also involved. Randall through Clark, Boyd to Thurmore. Up against Kohler there, and also Waddell. 4 tries to 3 in this opening half. We've got just over 60 seconds remaining. Back into this, inside the 40 there was Randall. The kick just outside the red stripe. The bounce end over end. And give the Seagulls 7 tackles from their own 20. The Titans just a defensive set away from taking an 8-point lead into half-time. We've got any old price about that being the case after 10 minutes of this game. Garrick to play it there. There is Lodge. Just a full court. Loving this. Back in the NRL, we lead pretty comfortably. The opening 10. Turn 3-second stints. Savage mood swing in the game as Bullymore will play it. Croker, Travojevic, Cherry Evans, falling got up in his face. Now Travojevic, Fassad down the sideline again. Inside for Travojevic. Manly hit back on the stroke of half-time. A shift again. They've gone back to that expansive style of play from their own end, and it's produced more points.
You see some of the Titans players have got their arms in the air, complaining they were hindered there by Olakau'atu. What a matchup it's been already. Khan Pereira with a double. Travojevic with a double, yet to be confirmed. On the Harvey Norman replay. Goes oh so close to that sideline. See in the background there, Kieran Foran's got his hands in the air. And Travojevic let a try in moments ago. Wouldn't have been happy with himself. Gives a...
That's goal.
That's goal. We'll be in try July.
He's turned back the clock.
There's a couple of post-try celebrations going on this afternoon.
24-20. This is an insane game. Go back to the tries list again for the Seagulls all-time. Second try in this first half, Corey.
Still waiting for the confirmation. As there we go. Kieran Foran's refusing to move.
As is Liam Kennedy and also Reuben Garrick.
It's a standoff.
It's like they're waiting, yes, they're in the main street of an old Wild West town. When the referee says you can draw.
Olakau'atu's a player that they're talking about here. Well, he gets through. For Fee to get, try confirm. It did look a little bit ugly and messy, but no player was hindered to the point where they were unable to get themselves into a position to make the tackle.
This will be Titans fans who might disagree with that bunker confirmation, but matters little at the moment because Manly here through Reuben Garrick drag it back to a 2-point difference. He bends it back. 8 tries in total. An amazing opening 40 at the break on the Gold Coast. It's 24-22 to the Titans.
Go by what we had in that first.
Manly looking for their 4th win of the season. The Gold Coast Titans looking for their first. Matt Lodge it is who brings it out here. Well stopped just short of the 20-metre line. Croker goes to Ethan Bullymore. In action as he takes a pass at speed. Jake Travojevic. Corey Waddell. See if Manly go back to that expansive style of play they used to great effect in building a 10-point lead. In the first 10 minutes, an awkward-looking tackle there Lodge stopped by Aaron Clark, who came out of the line very quickly. They both bounced back to their feet. Cherry Evans bulldogged to the ground by Brian Kelly. And another shove for his trouble there. Must have been close to giving away a set restart. Luke Brooks spins one through the air. Will come down here to Joe Fafita. Brings it back to be stopped just outside his 20 in a 4-man Manly tackle.
If you see in the replay box, just Matt Lodge and his second hit up for the set. Caught in an awkward position, as you mentioned, from Aaron Clark. Heavy contact in the middle of the field.
Clark just putting his body on the line to stop the big Manly front rower. Here is Tanner Boyd showing it, giving it to Fermor, who started on the left-hand side, playing on the right edge now after David Fafita came off the bench midway through that opening half. Clark now in a ball-carrying role at the Manly 40. End of this set. It's Boyd to kick. Go down towards Tom Trbojevic. Found his own uprights. No pressure on him. Kieran Foran is there. Turbo gets the bumpers up. And they stop him just outside the Manly 10. Warren Smith along with Corey Parker and Nico Pajarillo to bring you the second half of this one. Big 40 minutes for the Gold Coast. Can they break through here tonight? They were oh so close last week. Beaten in the final seconds of Golden Point by the brutal performer Titan in Jamal Fogarty last week down there in Canberra. Lodge playing it. Now Waddell. Beyond the 40 here for Manly as they come to their last play of this particular set. Croker for Cherry Evans. Plenty of time there to sum things up. Tumbling end over end kick down to the 2-try hero already tonight in Lofiana Khan Pereira. Just outside the 20s, Foran from dummy half. Comes to Joe Fafita. Tanner Boyd given this chance tonight back on the team with the injuries, of course, to Jaden Campbell and also Philip Sami. He's been pretty solid so far this evening for Des Hasler. Kicking has been good. The ball playing has been done by his halves partner, Kieran Foran. Boyd throws an intercept straight to Tolu Kola. One of the quickest men in the NRL. The former teenage sprint sensation runs away to give Manly the lead once again.
We had only just mentioned about Tanner Boyd and how well he was going. And Tolu Kola just puts himself in between two defenders. Boyd to the line, throws the pass. Kola. We're seeing the Harvey Norman replay. There's no player you want ball in hand in a situation like that than that man. So quick across the field. And against the run and play, the Manly Sea Eagles are able to find themselves back in front. They've only just joined us. It was 10-0 after about 10 minutes to the Sea Eagles before the Titans were able to claw their way back into the contest. And a try right on the stroke of half-time to the Sea Eagles, tightened up the scores, and they've gone back-to-back in this one.
Does that qualify as the commentator's curse? Wrapping Tanner Boyd, saying he's been very solid so far tonight, and then within seconds, literally within seconds, fires that pass, intercepted by Kola, who races away. From right in front, Reuben Garrick. Push Manly back out in front by 4. 5th lead change of the game, and it's Manly 28 who lead the Titans 24.
Well, Anthony Seibold would be overjoyed with that start to the second half, gents. He was really pleased with his team's attack, but frustrated with their yardage defence, saying they were letting the Titans out of trouble way too easily. At halftime, Des Hasler was happy as well. He said, "We're in the game here. Focus on completing your sets." He wouldn't be pleased with that effort just there.
I think he'd be saying they were in the game and they led by 2 at the break.
Well, you never know from Desi. You just never know what sort of message he's throwing out there. Spot on. Anthony Seibold wouldn't have been happy with the defence. It was some very easy tries. 28 points to 24. This could be anything this end scoreline.
Well, let's see what they do with the ball here from their own end. After great success shifting it inside their 20.
Olakau'atu needs to get his hands on the ball a lot more. He scored a try in the first half, but he only had 2 runs.
Now Lodge. Trying to get back to his feet is Jake Trbojevic. Links with Brooks. No looker there for Corey Waddell, but it was well read by Clark. With some help there from Fermor in particular. Brooks again at the halfway line. He had Bullymore pushing up in support, but hangs on to it instead. Croker for Cherry Evans. Oh, the spiralling kick down towards the corner. Fafita does well. That was an awkward one to take. Terrorised last week by Jamal Fogarty. Cherry Evans was a torpedo in the air. He did very well, Joe Fafita.
Well, the first time this afternoon that we've seen Cherry Evans go for anything else other than an orthodox kick. It was the inside-out torpedo. Handled really well.
Hula playing it to his own side of halfway. Boyd. Inside there for Fermor. Gets a legs tackle. And nobody there at Marcus. A Randall jumps out. Crimson on the scene very quickly, realising there was a fast play the ball coming. And now we have a whistle.
He's already off, mate. Tackle 5 there.
I think they were about to say Jamin Jolliffe was ordered from the field for an HIA. He already left the field. We'll confirm all of that in just a moment. As Tom Trbojevic goes to the air. With his pocket pick, if you like. AJ Brimson in the first half, but he didn't leave the ground. Now a whistle here.
Yeah, well, it truly jumped the gun, didn't they? The Titans. Luke Brooks just running out, acting half, starting to really impose himself on the running game, one of his strongest assets. Picks up the ball, yeah. Just a little overzealous there with the defence, and now full fresh set of 6 on the halfway.
Yes, you'd say that's a topical penalty given what happened last week between the Titans and the Raiders, and all that talk about teams jumping the gun, the Raiders being offside on a field goal attempt. Charge down. NRL confirming the Titans are offside plenty of times as well. Ricky Stewart and Daz talking about it beyond full time. I'll talk about this. Here's Saab going towards Kelly. They're inside the 20. Cherry Evans waits at dummy half. Midway through the set, comes to Olakau'atu and then through the hands of Croker to Bullymore. Just takes a carry to burn one. Now they're set again on this left edge. Lodge working off Jake Trbojevic. A poise for an offload, hangs on to it. Last play. Croker, Brooks, Turbo, steps away from one. Still there. Gives it in the end behind Tommy Talau, and the Titans hang on.
Yeah, not happy with himself there, Tommy. Probably should have gave it a fraction earlier to Talau. They had an opportunity. Beautiful set play. Beats Fafita. If he gave it the first time, might have been able to get over the top at Tanner Boyd. Still have work to do, Talau.
Got up just flexing that left arm and shoulder, Tom Trbojevic, of course. The issues at the end of last season. You saw the way he fell there and just braced himself. Looks to be okay. Just a jarring action as he hit the beautifully manicured turf here on the Gold Coast. Boyd on the inside here for Fermor, still on this right-hand side. Fafita waiting out there on the left. They head towards him now. Foran cuts him out. Goes to Kelly instead. Now Pereira, 2 tries in the bank already. Looking for a hat-trick. Last play here. Comes back for Boyd. Far away to put Trbojevic under pressure. Turbo makes the catch. Comes across here. There are players colliding back behind the play. Play on is the call. And change made. Taniela Paseka is back out there, and Matt Lodge it is who comes from the field for a stint either side of half-time for the player returning from that knee reconstruction. And into action. The Budgie Smugglers on full display. Got the Lobsters on tonight.
He's on the coast.
They're not cheap, those lobsters on the coast. Here is Kohler. Breaker dummy half, finds Brooks. Floating, gives it to Cherry Evans. Olakau'atu, cut out ball intended to go past Travojevic, knocked on by the fullback.
First knock on Titans.
Yeah, you're just getting it wrong here. You see, first knock on Titans, it was a call. Oh, yeah, it did.
Little touch.
Come off
Kelly.
Ryan Kelly. That's a great call from the referee. It looked like they just mixed things up. Communication just break down. Kelly, just a fingernail to it.
Rain begins to fall once again. The game began steady drizzle. For a little while there. Back again now. 10 minutes into this second half. Not much between the teams as far as the numbers are concerned. Run meters almost identical. Here is Garrick off the scrum win. Taken to ground by Kelly. Good battle that one between the two centres on the far side of the field in this second half. Bullymore, a standing start. Wrapped up there by the Hulu. Now it's Jake Travojevic running a long way. He had meters there to be taken, so he had plenty of them. Croker for Brooks. Here's Paseka. Backing his way towards the line. Dragging Randall with him. Got 2 players remaining, Manly. 10 metres out. Brooks. Cut out ball behind Talau. Now for Fita. Stopped by Kohler. The ball hits the deck. Fermor might have knocked it on in trying to reel it in. The referee says it was all clean.
Well, once again, they survived on the right-hand side. The Titans, you have a look in the replay box, beautiful pass, but makes the mark. There's a great opportunity for Feeder, swoops on it. There's a knock on here from Fermor. Hard to tell from that angle. Referee come up with otherwise.
Back at the halfway line from Randall, goes to Foran. Fafita, quick hands there. Brimson, look at him move into the backfield. Foran for the line. He finds Tanner Boyd. The Gold Coast have locked it up again with a Gold Coast special. Terrific play by Brimson. Just kept bouncing off defenders, found the space, and then Foran with Titan superfan Daniel Gosling celebrating like only he can. In a moment, they might have the lead again, Corey.
Dancing in the stands here at Seabass, and it's down this left-hand side. Have a look at Brimson, but more importantly, a sleight of hand here from Dave Fafita. Bang, straight out of the hands. Beats Ruben Garrick, and a poor tackle there from Olakau'atu. Back on the inside to Tanner Boyd, who only moments ago threw an intercept pass to Tolu Kohler. This time, off the skipper, Kieran Foran was maxed out there on the treadmill, find some younger legs. And Tanner Boyd, 28 all. Would you believe it? Kick to come.
There was plenty of support. Brimson was there backing up, so was Kelly. It went back to Boyd. He embraced Kieran Foran like they'd won the grand final.
Well, every game they're playing at the moment has to be approached that way. Still searching for their first victory for season 2024.
The man who scored the try, Tanner Boyd, trying to make it 30-28. Any predictions, Corey, on a full-time score here? Maybe they're destined for Golden Point again. Boyd puts the Gold Coast back in front. Jaden Campbell and Philip Sami, along with Tino Suamala'awi, watching on. There's some salary cap right there on the Gold Coast bench. But here they are. The hands from Fafita in particular. Brimson, he was manic with the ball. Foran found Boyd, one of the great tries they've scored for some time.
Well, there's no two ways about it. The Titans have definitely improved in this competition. 22 points against the North Queensland Cowboys. Heartbreaking 1-point loss last week. Had 28 points in this game. 30 rather, in this game.
Dan, the dancing man, in the grandstands, celebrating like only he can, Nico. Well, Nico's going to join him.
He's doing the can on the sideline.
Now ball put down by Randall, the dummy half in the back line. 2 passes wide. Gives Manly a chance to hit straight back.
Well, the ebbs and flows of this game, as we've seen, any time any team, either side has had an opportunity, they've made the most of it.
Right there for the break. Right. Let's go, boys.
Well, it's been that sort of game.
Yeah, come on.
Des, headphones off
Don't
for
worry,
the
let's go
moment.
now. We're all here. Chris, arms over the top
Exhaling.
It looks
there.
a little
David,
bit
get your
more
arm around him,
relaxed,
arm around
Des.
him. Go, that's it.
He was,
Hold your head in, just wait.
he was agitated early.
That is relaxed as far as Des goes. As we've come to know and love over many seasons. Here is Cherry Evans, short ball here. Garrick, well stopped by Kelly. They renew acquaintances inside the Gold Coast 10. Croker comes back to Trbojevic. He'll just lay the line for them with that left upright. As Croker comes back, Bullymore into space, bounces his way in. That was a little bit too soft from the Gold Coast there on their own line. Croker back to the right edge. The timing from Bullymore was very good. Des can't believe it. And Manly are back in front.
Kieran Foran absolutely giving his team a bath. Return serve straight away, took 3 tackles. Croker out of acting half, just drawing the marker here. Verrills just tying in. And Croker delivers a beautiful pass to Bullymore, one-on-one, so close to the line. Very hard to stop. Fafita does his best. Verrills some fresh legs onto the field. Just watch Kieran Foran there absolutely give his team a bath there for their efforts under the posts. And 32-30, kick to come.
First try of the season for Ethan Bullymore.
It might be 50-48.
Anything
like
is
that.
possible. I would believe anything at the moment. Here is Garrick. Like a 4-point buffer once again for Manly. Let's just recap. Manly led 10 points to 0. The Gold Coast led 12 points to 10. Manly back in front 16-12. The Gold Coast led 18-16. They extended that. Manly led 28-24. The Gold Coast led 30-28. Now it's Manly 34-30. That is 7 lead changes in this game, Nico.
It's been a hell of a contest, guys, and I've just been actually following up on a situation involving Jamin Jolliffe. He went off earlier under a regular interchange, guys. He's actually been sent for a HIA, and importantly, the Titans will retain that interchange. It's been reinstated, and we're actually just hearing word right now that he's passed his HIA. So Jamin Jolliffe, good to go for the rest of this match.
It's good news for Des Hasler and the Gold Coast Titans. The pattern continues. They will score next and retake the lead. We've got a fascinating 23 minutes coming up here between now and full time, and then of course we'll take you up the road, the Broncos against the Raiders for the nightcap on Super Saturday.
Yeah, strong run to start that set as Bullymore pokes his nose through. You just get the sense what either side really wants to knuckle down the basic fundamentals of this game. Kicks long, but back their defence. Might go on and win this one. That's a terrific set. 60 metres off points.
An attacking kick here by Cherry Evans. Saab flying, grabbed it, popped a pass. It looked to be knocked on by Garrick. It'll be a changeover. The Titans hang on there, but only just. What a grab by Jason Saab.
We saw AJ Brimson in the first half come up with a wonderful catch. And directly after points, the Seagulls kick goes up. Saab takes it cleanly. Ball back on the inside. And Garrick unable to hold on to it.
And it's Khan Pereira who brings it back midfield. Carl Lawton is out there now for the Seagulls. All good hands there from Jojo. Fafita just reels it in, a pass he could have easily knocked on. Verrills from dummy half. Randall in that lock forward ball playing role. use this combination a lot during this early part of the 2024 season under Des Hasler. Verrills finds Boyd. He kicks here. Kicks one back across his body, taken by Tommy Talau. He's been very fit to begin this season as Talau. He lost 8 kilograms in the off-season from his weight as a West Tiger to what he began with Manly when the season proper got underway. Saab, second half completions. 7 of 10 for Manly, 4 of 6 for the Gold Coast. Ola playing it. There's Lawton at dummy half. Aaron Woods is back on deck for the Sea Eagles. 2 plays remaining in this set. On the outside of halfway. Turbo now doing some ball playing. Brooks for Kohler. Runs towards Boyd. They had plenty of defence there either side of the 5/8. And here's the last for Manly. Cherry Evans puts it up. Crimson will be allowed to make the catch there. Links up with Fafita. And they'll begin 15 out from their own line. We are midway through this second half. An absorbing contest on the Gold Coast. There's a pass there. Good hands by Fafita. Could have easily put that one down. Kelly driven backwards, took a chance. In the end, it worked out okay. Here he is again. Thanks another carry. Minimal gain this time around, maybe 4 or 5 metres only. Verrills jumps out from dummy half. That was good work. Pinches 15 metres there to get them out of trouble. Randall waiting. Finds Isaac Liu. Lawton working hard for a marker. Chops him down. Now Boyd. Kick towards Trbojevic once again. Talau back there with him. Spins. Tries to get away from Kieran Foran. Pops the ball away to Jason Saab. Kelly makes the tackle, and a good thing as well. There were big minutes to be had there for Saab if Kelly does not make that stop.
You're starting to see some signs of fatigue. Both these teams played long minutes last week. As Vidali Cherry Evans, the experience down the short side, gets his team a penalty.
Not the first time they've been pinged for being up inside the 10 tonight. All that talk about offsides in the game against the Raiders last week. Referees couldn't help but be alert to the fact that, in the opinion of the NRL, the rules department were a little bit too keen to get off their line at times against the Raiders. Helps Manly out this time around as Cherry Evans comes to the middle of the field, and Paseka it is. He takes it back into Titans territory. Jolliffe, as we heard from Nico Pajarillos, past his HIA. That looked forward from dummy half and called correctly so.
Just when they're trying to assert some dominance. Oh, boy. From that angle there, looked okay.
Watching it live first time around. It was forward out of the hands of Carl Lawton to Jake Trbojevic. Crowd went up. Referee certainly saw it that way as well.
Yeah, both teams coming off golden point. Withdraw for the Manly Sea Eagles. Takes a lot of juice out of the tank over there in New Zealand.
We've seen the heavy conditions last week. Down Smart. Rain throughout that game. Energy sapping 90 minutes, but the Titans went all the way to the 90th as well against the Raiders. And the ball put down by Fermor, flipped up by Woods. That was a strong tackle. Was that Luke Brooks?
Luke Brooks straight up under the ball of Beau Fermor. Big play.
And the Titans waste a chance there. In good field position to begin the set.
Have a look at this in the replay.
Again, Brooks up under the ribs. He never had it cleanly there, Fermor. Strong defence by the Manly 5/8. And Lawton. Jake Trbojevic. Here is his brother Turbo, who was on the outside of Paseka, importantly there. There's one around the back of him to give away a penalty. 3 tackles gone, short side. Olakawatu trying to get towards Kelly and also Foran. They stop him. Manly deep on the attack. From Garrick to Cherry Evans. Here's Lawton. Goes out the back to Gerbo. It's Brooks for Turbo now. That is number. Burnmore was there. Good tackle also made by Isaac Liu. Now a kick towards Saab up against Khan Pereira. It's too big this time.
Well, that's 3 times in this game that we see Daly Cherry-Evans not quite get it right. 2 7-tackle sets. This time going for Saab. Great in the air. Saab at 6'7". Even the great ones get it wrong.
He's such a big target, isn't he, Jason Saab?
You flopped in late. You flopped in
Need
late.
to go to him again, they will. Lawton pinged here for being a flop up into the tackle. With the Titans through Boyd, chance to kick for line, take some easy meters. And we'll see if they can get through this set. Try and put some real pressure, if not take the lead against the Seagulls here. Jolliffe. Wrapped up by Aaron Woods. So much experience in the Manly forward pack in this game tonight. Ottawaka just outside the 40 here. Now Brimson chipping and chasing. Kelly pouring through. Got a bounce off his right hand. He knocked it on. What a chance taken on play number 3 by AJ Brimson.
Yeah, heads up play from AJ Brimson. They're going to challenge this.
Hey, Jerry, have the captain's challenge. Titans to challenge the decision of a knock-on. They believe they were held back in the kick chase contest.
Well, there you go. It was a heads-up play. AJ has had some really nice moments in this game. He's looked dangerous every time he's got ball in hand. Notice there was some space in the backfield. Does he get held out of this?
Looking at the run of AJ Brimson here. Tom's initially moving to charge the ball down. There is no interference on AJ Brimson.
Thought they may have challenged that Brian Kelly was tackled before he got the ball, but
I thought that also.
Just need to determine that Brian Kelly knocks the ball on without being interfered with by a defender first.
It is very tight.
so if they get the ball back, they lose their challenge, but retain the ball and a penalty.
Take a look here. I think the hands from Garrick are on the
Contact
right
between
shoulder.
Reuben Garrick and Brian Kelly contacting the ball is simultaneous. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Boy,
There's a fair argument to suggest that maybe Garrick made contact before that.
yes.
It's a scrum.
Maybe by milliseconds, but it looked
Let's go over here, boys.
to our way of thinking that it was just fractionally before that Kelly made contact with the ball, the nudge there from Reuben Garrick.
And it is milliseconds because we are watching it in super slow-mo. Live, it looked okay.
Let's go, boys. Let's start forming now.
Well, the Seagulls form a scrum. Brisbane get ready. The 2024 Ampol Women's State of Origin historic 3-game series will kick off on Thursday, 16th of May at Suncorp Stadium. You can be there to witness an unreal display of rivalry and athleticism. The game's best female players squaring off. Secure your seats right now. Go to nrl.com/tickets. 3 games. Can't wait.
David, let him go. Don't hold him, Aaron.
Overdue to see the Maroons and the Blues, the women's game, go head-to-head in a 3-game series. Travojevic, that pass looked forward to Kohler. Good call again by the sideline official.
Yeah, Belinda Sharp on the sideline here has seen a forward pass. And they keep gifting opportunities to the Titans.
Wasn't an easy one to judge with Travojevic floating sideways and then pushed backwards, but the pass looked to be delivered forward out of the hands.
Yeah.
Kohler at speed is off and running. What a chance here for the Gold Coast. For the 8th lead change of this game. Verrills goes out there to Boyd. Kelly shrugging away, had the ball in an awkward position. Whistle blows. There will be a penalty. against the Seagulls. Of course, they have the option for a scrum again, and that's what the Titans choose to do.
They're pinged for offside there. It looked like Brian Kelly may have bobbled the ball, which is why the penalty was given there. And they choose to repack it.
Rain getting slightly heavier here as Foran feeds the scrum. Titans at the Manly 30, trailing by 4 as Kelly runs towards Cherry Evans. Something of a do-over there. Cherry Evans trying to slow things down, then pushes his way back through the play the ball. Bit of gamesmanship. Still going.
A couple of old teammates. Brian Kelly spent some time at Manly.
Played 2 seasons back in 2018. His NRL career began on the northern beaches of Sydney. So Jolliffe inside the red zone. Play it here for Verrills. Comes to Kieran Foran. On the Waker spinning there in the tackle of Carl Lawton. Midway through the set. Just outside the 10, Liu, Foran. Short ball for Fafita. They were sweating on him. Cherry Evans was there, and so was Reuben Garrick. Verrills looking for an option from the corner of the field. They work it back towards the uprights where Jolliffe hits the ground quickly. Verrills looks right, goes there. Liu, Foran, holds it up. Oh, is deployed, juggling, jamming in was Tommy Talau, who takes him down emphatically.
Has made some excellent decisions out there on the wing there on the left-hand side for the Manly Seagulls. Goes for it now, double up. I see in the replay box here. Makes a decision, come outside in. Absolutely creases Tanner Boyd. Has come up with a few big defensive plays.
Broncos chose to run it. Manly survive inside their 20. We've got just over 11 minutes remaining. Seagulls still by 4. Cherry Evans from inside the 40 all the way across the field. Threaten the sideline, but they'll force Fafita to go back. Put it up inside his 10, brings it back. Lawton is there. They'll turn around these Titans forwards.
Yeah, superb play by the skipper, Daly Cherry Evans. Play 3 kick coming out of their own end. You see there, the Gold Coast Titans forwards just getting back on side now. That's play 3 on the 40-metre line. Just trying to turn the screws.
Waker. So back towards the halfway line. And Verrills looks for Kieran Foran. On the left-hand side, he's got Brimson through the hands, this time to Fafita. And the rampaging back rower hangs on to it. Last tackle. Out near the sideline. Tanner Boyd goes to the air. Tom Trbojevic. We saw Brimson steal it from him in the first half and score. Collision here between Kelly and Tom.
That's a great take from Tom Trbojevic.
They both may have been hurt. Kelly back on his feet. Right into the elbow maybe there of Tom Trbojevic and trying to make a contest of it. They're both looking at the ball. Everyone right in the lip. Might have opened him up. Quick on-field assessment, given the all clear by the Titans trainer. So Manly to try and work it away without an incident here from inside their own territory. We've had 70 minutes of action, 64 points in total.
I don't think we're finished.
I'm sure we're not finished. Here's Woods. Gold Coast fans are certainly hoping if we are not finished, they do score next. Otherwise, it'll be pretty tough to reel back Manly from there, despite what they did at the death against the Raiders last week. Last play here, Cherry Evans again. This time down the narrow side, we'll find Khan Pereira. Makes the catch, brings it back, runs towards Brooks. Tries to bump off from Manly 5'8". They begin 20 on their own side of halfway.
Well, it's going to have to be one of the smaller guys in the Gold Coast Titans that's really going to provide some spark. AJ Brimson has definitely done that. Brian Kelly's had a strong game. Fatigue well and truly set in for both these teams, coming off golden points and a draw last week.
forward now, at the back for Brimson, some room to move for Kelly against Garrick, or popped a pass there for Khan Pereira. He'd like to hit rewind there and just reel that one back in. Came out towards the sideline, heard it there by Garrick, and that was a pass that Khan Pereira was going nowhere in the clutches of Jason Saab, even if he catches the pass.
Yeah, tough one to take there for Khan Pereira. He's had a strong game, Kelly. He's tried his absolute backside off. Superb last week against the Canberra Raiders.
And the clock, the enemy of the Titans at the moment. 7:30 p.m. Take you to Brisbane. The Broncos up against the Raiders. Suncorp Stadium. It'll be a fascinating game. Now looking for an option, finds Tom Trbojevic there, pushing up through the middle. The back end of the set, chance for a repeat set. They just run it on the last here and not risk giving the Gold Coast 7 tackles. Cherry Evans, he will chip it out towards Jason Saab against Khan Pereira, who taps it backwards for Olakau'atu. He plants it down. If there's no Manly knock on, it will be a try, but the referral is red lights.
Well, that's going to be the decision. The Saab knocked the ball on. Is he onside?
Being cleared as onside.
Got to say, watching it live, Corey, I thought the tap back was all Khan Pereira and not Saab. We'll see what the replay shows, though. The hands there of Saab.
Jason Saab knocks on in the field of play. We have a decision.
Much clearer look there, and that no doubt came off the right hand of Jason Saab.
Let's go.
Nice quick decision there. Both teams just trying to find the energy for what it takes to get this game done. Cherry Evans starting to turn the screws with his kicking game.
Boyd is barking instructions here. And out towards Kieran Foran has to work towards. They risk a shift here from inside their own 20. Both teams have had success doing that in this game. Part of the reason we've had 64 points scored. 7.5 on the clock. Hulu comes towards Lawton. And also Waddell. Matt Lodge back for a cameo here at the end of the game. Successful return to this point. The knee reconstruction. It's been put down by Fermor. Second time he's dropped it in a similar position on the field in this second half.
Yeah, both Fermor just coming up with the error. Claims there was a hand on the ball. Trbojevic in his 43rd tackle of the game.
Reece Walsh is on field, getting ready for action against the Canberra Raiders. No doubt he'll have the headgear on again tonight. Seb Chris also out there, getting up to speed. That's next at Suncorp Stadium.
What a game we've got up the M1. The Raiders up against the Broncos. Walsh, Fogarty's come out vocally during the week. It's going to be an aerial assault.
He's got the boot for it. Cherry Evans and Luke Brooks, they've both got a boot here. 1 point, though, at this point in time, in the front of their minds to get this beyond 6 if they can. Paseka playing it there from Lawton to Jake Trbojevic. Matt Lodge picked off by David Fafita. Try here for Manly makes it really tough for the Gold Coast. Staring down the barrel of being 0-6. Manly 5 metres out. Slow play the ball as Paseka gets to his feet again. Lawton comes to Brooks. First man option was Corey Waddell. Almost through the Boyd tackle. Good work by Fermor. Trying to make up for the mistake. It's Brooks. Quick hands. Kohler chipping. Intercept. Off Sam Verrills. Knocked forward. It'll be a double knock on.
5.5 minutes remaining. They'll get the ball back here. Probably not the play from Kohler. They got lucky with that one. And I'm sure Daly Terry Evans will assert himself here. The experience to get the game done here.
Let's go, boys.
Jamin Jolliffe on report.
Let him sit. Come on, boys. That's the rules. Heads in, let's go.
He's mystified. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, just contact on Paseka. It's been consistent with what we've seen.
Manly with the scrum feed and win. Cherry Evans out the back was Tom Trbojevic. Ran into a Titan sandwich there between Kelly and Khan Pereira. Lodge. Something if he could score here on return.
Been a strong game, Lodge. 15 runs, up over 128 run meters.
Missing some front rowers and Alloy and also Sipley. Timely return for Matthew Lodge tonight. Lawton waits here. Heads back out to the right-hand side. Cherry Evans holds it up. Almost a mix-up there with Olakau'atu. Went into Kieran Foran and might have hurt the halfback. Tom Trbojevic pours through the gap where Kieran Foran was still struggling, but the pass from dummy half has been called forward.
Time off.
Great signs, isn't it, from Tommy Trbojevic. Got 2 in this game already. Had a sniff of an opportunity to get up with a hat-trick. Pass is called forward off Lawton. It's a right call.
Difficult angle there to make a judgment either way on.
How dangerous is Tom?
Well, he saw that Foran was hurt on the previous carry, and there was a mix-up between himself and also Olakau'atu, and he just went straight back at Kieran Foran. Had it not been for the forward pass, he scores the try that probably locks up the 2 points for them. The Titans are still alive, and we saw what they did last week against the Raiders.
Need to start a couple of offloads, promote the ball, ask a couple of questions.
Boyd goes out the back. Kelly on the right-hand side, linking up with Harley Smith-Shields. Former Raider is locked up inside his own 30 still. Now Jolliffe. A hurdle over the top there of Carl Lawton. 3 tackles gone. That pass there to Tanner Boyd. Play on is the call. Up to his feet again. Jake Trbojevic working feverishly from the middle. Covering plenty of territory. Here's Clark. Runs towards Olakau'atu and also Paseka. Last play. Comes to Foran, who puts it in the air. Brimson is chasing through. Khan Pereira is there. Tapped it backwards. It came to Brimson.
Knock on you on the ground. The tackle count restarts. Where do you want it?
And he has been ruled to have knocked it on. It will be Manly possession.
With both teams without a challenge in the dying stages here. Come off the foot. It was deemed to be a knock on there from AJ Brimson.
It was all play on until Brimson was ruled to have knocked it on. Tapped back by Khan Pereira, went back towards his own line, then towed backwards by Cherry Evans. In the end, it was AJ Brimson who just couldn't pick it up cleanly. And they're down to the 2-minute mark. Plays it. Here is Lodge, runs towards Jolliffe. They're up very quickly. One last offensive ambush from the Gold Coast, trying to force a mistake if they can at this end. Paseka, 3 tackles gone. They're conservative here from the Sea Eagles, as you would understand. Cherry Evans a chance to kick early should he want to. Turbo takes a carry, looks for a quick play the ball, and provides one. Great work by the superstar fullback. Cherry Evans chips it over Khan Pereira's head. Last throw of the dice here for the Gold Coast. Khan Pereira got away from Luke Brooks. They'll have to go 90 metres. Just on 70 seconds remaining. Fafita, the carry, brings it back to their 20. From Boyd at dummy half. Smith-Shields runs towards Brooks. Manly 3 tackles away from sending the Titans to a 6th straight loss, and that'll do it. Jolliffe puts it down in a game that featured 7 lead changes. Manly who took the ascendancy back in the 56th minute when Bullymore scored to make it 34-30. They'll win for the 4th time this season.
It's a cruel game, rugby league, at sometimes. You see both coaches still can't rest easy. 30 points on the scoreboard for the Titans, and they're looking down the barrel of a 6th straight loss. Scoring points have been difficult for the home side. They've come up with 30, and still, at this point in time, looks like they won't get the job done.
It'll be a 13th straight loss to Des Hasler. His time as a Manly coach, extending into an 0-6 start here on the Gold Coast. They know they were so close, but Manly hang on. They led 10 points to nil, but the Gold Coast kept coming at them to take the lead back 3 separate times. But at full time at Cbus Super Stadium, it's Manly 34, the Titans 30.